There is so much kids online parenting moment, and I know I can't get to everything, so please be sure to check out the rest of this email or other things on our Facebook page to see everything that's going on in Crossroads Kids this month. When my wife and I lived in Vienna, Austria, we would often watch MTV because that and CNN were the only two channels that broadcasted shows in English. One of the shows we watched on a fairly regular basis was My Sweet 16. I wasn't a parent yet, but I watched those billionaire kids, and I would imagine what I would do with that much money for my kids if I had them. I'm not ashamed to admit that I felt resentment towards those parents because I knew I would never be able to provide for my kids in that way. Then, as we were watching one, children a lavish inheritance. But every parent will leave a personal legacy. Parents, you and I often get sidetracked or preoccupied by the inheritance, and we tend to push away what really matters. I know I do it too. I just have to be reminded sometimes that what I give my children or what I do for my children is not as important as what I leave in them. And that's their relationship with Jesus Christ. And that's exactly why we created family time here at Crossroads. To support you and your kids as you prepare their hearts for a lifetime of service to Jesus Christ. And as you do the very same thing. Last month, we created a fun environment for your family with over 10,000 Lego pieces. This month, we want to provide you and your kids with some support. So we're inviting a local licensed family counselor, his name's Michael Pretty, to present his I'm the Parent workshop to us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a great reminder to all of us about what is important in our lives and the lives of our workshop is going to walk us through combating our American culture of empowerment and talking through some of the critical choices on parenting that do make huge differences in your home life, in your kids' life, in your spiritual life. There's so much Michael is going to pack into these 2 hours that I can't cover it all in this short video, and there's so much I want to get to today too with the big things that are happening in March. But I promise you it will be worth your precious time. I know 2 hours on a Sunday afternoon is precious family time. I get that. I understand that. But I know that this afternoon, on Sunday, March 10th, from 4 to 6, it will be worth it. And while you're learning with Michael, I'm going to be heading down to the kids area, and I'm going to talk to our kids, both preschoolers and our elementary kids, about the importance of their choices when it comes to be a part of our families. I know I'm partial, but I believe this entire night for our kids and for you has the potential to reinforce things that might already be happening. Then you might just need a little reminder of those things in your home. And for some of us, it does have the potential to radically change the culture in our home. That will make a world of difference. So please don't miss it. I really want to see you here on Sunday at 4 p.m. And we're going to start right at 4 because Michael says he's got a lot to cram into this hour and 45 minutes that he's going to present his workshop to you. So don't be late. Get here early so you can drop your kids off. And Michael's going to start right at 4 o'clock. So be here and be ready to go. And you can use the link down low to RSVP for this family time. And speaking of that RSVP, the reason why we need you to be RSVP is because we have some special snacks planned for you. We purposely chose this 4 to 6 time frame so your family could have some downtime after church for naps or whatever you guys like to do. And then we will get you out of here by 6 o'clock so you can feed your family some supper and get them ready for bed at a pretty decent hour. But back to the snack portion and why we need you to RSVP. At many of the events we do, we cater our food for our kids, like cupcakes and candy and and Kool-Aid and the different things that we do at some of our events. However, we want you to have a special treat since this night's mostly about you. We're going to have a popcorn bar for you. And we aren't just talking the run-of-the-mill movie popcorn, but I'm not going to give you any more into that. To see how great this is really going to be, you're going to have to come on Sunday. Then, on top of the popcorn bar, we wanted to give you something a little bit sweet too. So we're going to treat you to an Italian soda bar with many flavors for you to choose from and create your own Italian soda. We'll have a few snacks for the kids too, but not nearly as special as yours. So RSVP right now and make sure we have enough treats for you. One of the other purposes of our family time event is to have us gather as a faith community and build relationships with one another. There will definitely be time for that in this interactive workshop as well. It just so happens that this month's Homefront magazine that I've got right here that we make available to you for free every single month, it's also about our faith community and the faith community's importance in the rhythm of your family. The Bible refers to this community in many ways. The body of Christ, the believers, those who walk in faith, and a couple more. God designed us to live in community. There are experiences with Him that can only be had in the context of relationships that we have with the people around us. So be sure to pick up a copy of this magazine this month. We're going to have some photocopied copies available on Sunday afternoon. But if you want a fancy like magazine, nice style copy, you're going to have to be one of the first ones to pick one of those up at either the nursery counter or the kids' check-in counter. These nice copies, they're limited in the quantity that we have, but we will have some photocopies available for you on Sunday afternoon at your tables. In this month's edition, there's a great marriage article about the importance of having a group of people to do life together with, that you worship with, that you socialize with, that you do birthday parties. And it's a great article on that. So be sure to read that one. And then my good friend Courtney, she lives up in Chicago. She wrote an article about how worship allows others to help us carry our burdens. And the reason why we come together on a Sunday morning for corporate worship. So be sure to get your copy on Sunday, whether it's Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. We really want you to dive into this month's Homefront magazine. And it's got some other things to do with your kids. It's got some prayer points, how to make a no-sew t-shirt bag. That'd be a great craft on one of these snowy days to do with your kids. Praying for some different countries around the world. There's a lot of good stuff packed into this month's edition. Also below, you're going to find some information about our elementary summer camps. I can't wait for camp season to start in June. I've had a couple questions about camp in the past few weeks, so let me answer a couple of the most common questions. Camp at Hidden Haven is an overnight camp. Sometimes 1 night, 2 nights, and maybe even 4 nights, depending on the age of your kids. And the camp is 2 hours away, just outside Thayer, Kansas. And I will be attending all of the camps listed below. And if you send your kids to these camps, I will drive them there along with a couple people who are going with me. I will drive them there and bring them home too. All right. I'm in charge of the 3rd and 4th grade camp sessions. I'll be at the 5th and 6th grade camp. I'll be at the 1st and 2nd grade camp. So we'll be around. I'll have other people with me during those from Crossroads, as well as some other churches from all over the area. We come together at Hidden Haven and have just what is a great few weeks filled of camp and just pouring into these kids and their spiritual lives. And these camps, they tend to fill up, especially these elementary ages. So be sure to register your spot now. There's only so many beds in the boys and the girls' dorms that we can put kids in. So be sure to register now. That link is also below. The past few weeks, as a church, we've been asking you to sign up for a ministry team. These teams are great ways for you to get involved in the life of Crossroads and find that community of believers, that faith community to do life with outside of the walls on Sunday mornings. Like we want that for you. Selfishly, I would love for many of you to join my team, but I know children's ministry, it's not really for everybody. But as a parent, I know you would probably be great at it, even though you may not like other people's kids. I know that if you signed up for our team, I would find a place for you no matter what. And I do have some certain things down below of the jobs that we do have right now that I know that we need. And some of them are very critical, and one of them is a preschool teacher. So be sure to check out that list below. But most of all, I want to encourage you to look through the ministry team booklet or the page on our website and try out one of these teams. The beauty of the way Crossroads does it, you're signing up for just 12 months. You're not signing up for life. You're not signing up for 3 or 4 years. You're not signing up until your kids graduate. In 12 months, you don't have to rejoin that team. You can rejoin another team, get to know other people, and or you can stay on the one that you find and you find your fit. And I know there's some great teams out there. There's some great leaders out there, and we want you guys to come alongside of us and join our ministry teams. Like I said, we do have a few openings on the Crossroads Kids team, and please be sure to check those out. Some of those are very, very critical to the way we do ministry on a Sunday morning. Lastly, don't forget that March 31st is Family Worship Sunday. March has 5 Sundays in it, and on the 5th Sunday of the month, what we like to do is we like to bring everybody together and worship together as a family. Now, is Family Worship Sunday just a day when you have to endure your restless kiddos as they sit through the music part of the service, whispering and disturbing the people around them? Yeah, I'm sure that's part of it, but have you ever really seen these kids worship? And I know they can because I see it every Sunday morning. And so I would encourage your kids to get out and to worship like they do in Crossroads Kids. And yeah, there's probably going to be some of that disturbing and whispering and restlessness, but Family Worship Sunday is a lot more than that. It's a lot more than having your kids just stand right next to you. It's a time for families to celebrate together, to participate in traditions and rites that have been going on for years and years and years. At Crossroads, we feel that Family Worship Sunday is a good reminder to you as parents that you are the primary disciple maker of your children. This service will give you a great opportunity to model worship for your kids in the greater church setting. We also believe it allows the church as a whole to identify our families and celebrate your kids as part of our faith community, because they are. Yeah, we drop them off, but they are part of this faith community. And we're looking forward to worshiping with our families on this special morning on March 31st. And we've already created this sweet tradition that happens on this 5th Sunday. So we want to open, because we know it opens doors to conversations at your house. So I think that's all. I know it's been a longer video than normal, but please be sure to RSVP for Sunday night family time from 4 to 6 and sign up your kids right now, before you forget, right now for camp at Hidden Haven this summer. See ya!